What's upper? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Tap the screen, share the live. Notifications are not going to go out because I was banned, okay? But I appealed and I got my live streaming access back. Oh, geez. Y'all tap the screen, share the live, tap the screen, share the live, all that good stuff. We're going to go through the entire 2026 strategy today, and we'll have time for questions and answers. Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah. And no, I did not send a text message today because I'm currently locked out of one of my emails that I need to be able to get into. Y'all know they have everything set up for like double authentication. And so, anyway, I cannot verify that I was me. I think it's going to somebody on my team. I think it's going to them, which makes sense. And anyway, so here I am because I can't do the double authentication for the text messaging. So that's why y'all didn't get a text today. But hopefully I'll be in. I'll be in a little later and we can get to that. Anyway, how's everybody's day going? I hope everybody is feeling good, feeling great, feeling fantastic. It's unseasonably warm here, but I think it's supposed to get cold tonight, like in the 20s. So shout out to having weather in the wintertime. I'm tongue tied. Hey, Back Beauty. Hey, is that what is that? Uh, let's see. What is that? Muhammad? Hello, hello. Hey, oh, she's back. That's a cute name. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Over in Instagram land. Hey, Margot. Hey, Brunsy. Hey, Shola. Hey, Rays. Hey, is it Gemini 73? Hello, hello. Hey, Dennis. Hey, Sam. Hey, Make Love, Not Walls. You say you're trying to send hearts and the functions are showing not the emojis. So Make Love, Not Walls. I think it's because on Instagram, I'm on StreamYard. And so I think whenever you patch through to StreamYard, you can't get all of like the functionality. So like if I was on Instagram on my iPad, you would probably be able to do it. But because I'm patched through using my stream key, I think that's why. But thank you so much for attempting to do that. I appreciate that very, very much. Just very, very sweet of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Look, I'm just happy I finally can see y'all's comments on Instagram. Thank you for joining the fan club. Not broke, just budgeted. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, y'all. Share, share, share. I need everybody to share with at least one person because my notifications are not going to go out because, like I said, somebody trolled me the other day. I trolled them back. Then they went and reported me. Like, how uncouth, okay? If you're gonna be out here trolling, at least at least be able to take what you're dishing. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, they trolled me back, and I trolled them back, and my account got banned. So I had to appeal and appeal and appeal. Hey, Glorious Locks, and I finally got my live streaming privileges back. So here we are today. Woohoo! So I want to wrap up this 2026 social media strategy, and this is specifically for monetization. And this strategy is based off of all of the changes that Instagram and TikTok are making moving forward. And there's a lot going on, like on the media side. Okay. Uh, they do need to get a life, okay? So anyway, with that being said, I want to get to it. Y'all give me housekeeping, so we can go through that because I have a few announcements, and then we're gonna go through the strategy, okay? And then hopefully we'll have time for some Q&A. You love my decor? Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm still enjoying my Christmas decor. I'm one of those people. I leave my Christmas up until like January 31st. I do not start taking it down until February. I might start on the kitchen this weekend. Now I may take like the dilly bobs like off of the cabinets and stuff off the top, but I have this big, huge arrangement centerpiece I did, like holiday arrangement with these big red velvet poinsettias, and I'm probably gonna keep that up for a little while. But my formal living room is my favorite. This is my favorite room in all of the house. And when my mom was living, this was her favorite color combination for Christmas that I ever did. And every year I'd be like, I'm gonna change it. And she'd be like, I love it so much. And I'd be like, I do too. So instead of changing it, I just add to it and I changed the design. So this year I did like a wrap, like with the ornaments around the tree, and it has like the big huge starburst at the top. So I was really pleased. This is the first time I ever tried to do that, and it came out so well. And I couldn't really find anything online because I was looking for like a tutorial, and I made, you can see a piece of the green giant bow sticking out. I couldn't find anything, so I was just like, well, I'm on my own. But it came out really, really well. Yeah. Oh, you're Mardi Gras. Yeah, a lot of people celebrate Mardi Gras. A lot of people celebrate Mardi Gras. Technically, with the colors in my formal living room, the only thing I'd have to do is add a little purple and an orange to it, baby, and I'd be in there for Mardi Gras. But anyway, okay, housekeeping number one. So I'm really excited. The first conference that I'll be at this year is the New Year, New You conference. That's happening January 25th. So that's in about 2 weeks, like about 11 days, actually. It is in Atlanta, Georgia. If you go to my bio, you'll be able to see all of the information there. So you can join, come and hang out. There's going to be topics, of course, social media, monetization, podcasting, how to get paid speaking engagements, like basically how to get your money up, okay? And all the different avenues in 2026, okay? Hey, that's Mariam. What's going on, honey pie? So that is number one. The second thing that you guys need to know about is I have been going back and forth. So y'all know I have a sales training camp that starts at the top of February. And then also we're going to do a content creator boot camp. This will be a 3-day boot camp. It'll be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It'll be the last week in February. Okay. So that'll be coming up. And I think everybody will be able to register for that tomorrow or either Friday. Okay. Also very, very important. Y'all know that, TikTok's official trade-off happens on the 22nd of this month. And so a lot of you guys are like, oh, I'm not seeing your content as much anymore. What's going on? Is because y'all know I do a lot of political commentary, and I haven't even been doing commentary lately. I have just been posting up the video so everybody can see what's happening with those code people, ICE. And so anyway, they're suppressing my page as a result of that. So long story long, all of my updates and all the information, we're going to go ahead and move over to YouTube. So I'm at King Ashley Ann. It's linked in my bio if any of you guys want to follow me on YouTube. And once we get to 20,000 followers, I will start doing the updates for that over there this year. And I think that's it. I think those are your announcements. Please govern yourselves accordingly. Now, everybody say, hey, God, hey, because that's who gave me the gifts of business, beautification, hospitality. I've been able to use them to make a crap load of money for myself. But more importantly, I'm really proud of the fact that I have been able to assist over 900 people in creating 6-figure incomes. 191 of my clients have made $1 million in less than a year. Okay, yes, baby, we get money over here, even in bad economies. And I do want to, y'all remind me, I do want to talk about the economic report. People are talking about the deficit being slashed in half, and some people were celebrating it, but you should not be celebrating it. Anyway, y'all remind me, and we can circle back and talk about that. And I have 7 clients that have made over 10 million a year, done that at least 3 years in a row. And I love helping people get paid to do things that they like to do, or that they're called to do, or that they want to do. Okay. So I help everyday people make money with their social media accounts. You're on here having fun, scrolling, engaging, interacting. You may as well get a bag from it. Okay. Let's see. Did I miss the Hey God Hayes? I don't feel like I saw him in the chat. Hey, what's going on? Designed by Sia. Thank you for the Hey God Hey. I see yours over there in YouTube land. I appreciate it. Wait, let me switch the screen, see what they got going on over here in Instagram. Yes, make love not wild. She said, hey God, hey. I can't scroll up to the comment ahead, but whoever it was above her, I saw your Hey God, hey too. Thank you. So when I'm on StreamYard, like I normally on Instagram, you can scroll back up. I can't scroll back up to the comments. I have like a small window, and I just have to catch them whenever y'all drop them. Creator Chantel, thank you for the Hey God, hey, baby doll. I see yours too over here in IG land. Black Betty Boot, thank you for the hey, God, hey. I see you over here in Instagram land too. I appreciate that so much. All right. And everybody in the kingdom, say ready, 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 ready. Okay. Let me see it roll through those comments. There is no gatekeeping. You don't have to pay me for this information. Okay. I suggest that you take good notes because the people that have been rocking with me will tell you, baby, that I don't lie. Okay. We get results over here. I don't do anything based on theory. Okay. This is all on reality and results that work. And for you guys don't know, I am monetized on every single social media platform that I'm on. I actually just got an invitation to basically build a brand new Facebook page from scratch, and Facebook will pay me $10,000 to do it. Blink, blink, blink. Clock it. Okay, that means your girl knows what she's doing when it comes to content. Blinkety, blink, blink, blink. Okay, honey, and I'm gonna do it, honey. We need all the coins in this economy. Okay. Hey, Vivacious One, what's going on? I like that name, Vivacious. Vivacious. You don't hear people using the word vivacious too much anymore. I like that, Vivacious One. Ooh. RN Pickett. RN. Hey, girl. Hey. Shout out to all the nurses. A side note, I know that this is a totally different discipline, y'all, but something else I'm excited about. I'm definitely trying to get my schedule together where I can do 2-a-days, at least twice a week, like I used to back in the day. You want to do a one-on-one with me? So when you go to my bio, there's actually a button in there and it says 1-to-1. If you tap it, a little menu will pop up and then you'll be able to book the type of 1-to-1. What do you want to do in your 1-to-1? We could do like a social media audit. We can do a power session. You can do like a next step session. We have called an emergency sales session, and that's where we write like all your copy. We give you content. I do a full analysis of your page, your offers, all that good stuff. Yeah, it's a few different options. So you tell me what your goal is, and if you want to DM me, you can DM me and tell me what your goal is, and then I'll make sure you get the right 1-to-1. Okay. Why can't you say that word? TikTok doesn't like it. TikTok doesn't like it when you say that word because they feel they have straight up told us, like inside of our private groups, like basically they're like, oh, you're directing people off of the app, and so we don't like it. And they'll stop putting you on the FYP page. Also, y'all remind me, I'm going to try and do a video when I get off of here. Y'all know how you see those videos and people are like, you're not using this feature and this feature is going to blow you up and blah 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 blah, and it's a new feature, but they're really not telling you new features. They actually did just drop a new feature because POV, point of view posts are really, really popular, and they actually have a feature that when you record the content, it will choose a POV for you. It'll give you like I think I had 8 options for my POVs. I may have had more than that, but it was at least 8. I know for a fact, and I was surprised they were actually pretty good POVs. So I'll show you guys how to use it, but y'all know the rule. Whenever an app, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, whoever, whenever they drop a new feature, you want to be one of the first people to adopt it because they're going to start pushing out your content a lot faster and a lot further. And it's an easy way, right, for you to get exposure and get more people to you. Okay. So anyway, that is one new feature. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the editing style, how it needs to change for 2026 to get pushed out. Okay. You say you really need to take time to learn these new features. You'll like this one, Glorious Locks, because it's really, really easy. And I think personally, for if you're a small business owner or you're like a side hustler, or maybe you're just like a busy parent and you want to post and make money, but you don't have a lot of time, this new feature is really dope because you really can upload some B-roll that you have and just let the AI assess it. Let it pick the song, let it pick the POV and put it out there. So it'll help you hit your posting goals. And so anyway, sometimes they release new features and they kind of, but this one is actually really good. They did a good job with this one for sure. I was surprised. I ain't gonna lie. I was shocked, but they did a good job. They did a good job with this one. So, as a matter of fact, y'all, I'll still make a video, but I'll show y'all right now. It's super easy. Hopefully it'll do it while I'm on the live. Hold on. Stop wearing basic. Okay, so I'm just gonna find a random video in my phone. So here's this one. The last time I did this, I press on nails. So this is me. So This is a video of me doing a nail tutorial because Stays asked for one. Y'all see where this double A is over in the corner? When you tap the double A, y'all see there's a bunch of new fonts that they have in here. Underneath the new fonts, they have the mentions, and right there it says POV. This little round thing is my favorite thing. When you tap it, it's going to start generating. Y'all see that? It popped up all these POVs for me. And I can pick one. It was definitely more than 8. Remember I told y'all I was at least, look, they're still making more. Holy crap. Okay, then you're going to buff your nails and see that nice, beautiful nail. So here's where it says POV when your inspo pick was a lie, you know? But anyway, it's smart enough to figure out that I'm DIYing something, but it gives you like a ton of POVs in there. And I also think that's a good test run because I know some of y'all struggle with like your written hooks on the screen. I think that's really, really dope because like, let's say you take a part of the clip or before you get ready to post the clip, you're like, I don't know what it should be. I think that's a really good way for you to get inspiration for a written hook as well. So yeah. Use it. It's actually good. Sometimes they introduce new features and a new feature suck, but that's a really, really good new feature. So that's going to help a lot of people that are busy or people that get, you know, kind of overwhelmed with trying to create enough pieces of content. That's going to help you push out more content for sure, for sure. You're so happy to catch me live. Well, I'm happy that you caught me live. I'm happy we're here together, girl. Okay. All right. So let's talk about the strategy. So remember, this strategy, the only purpose of this is to get you more followers. Okay. And we're doing that through views. Remember? Okay, more followers, you're doing that through views. You also are trying to generate more leads because that's where you get sales. And we want to make sure, excuse me. I'm sorry. I thought I had a hiccup that didn't come out. Okay. Leads, follows, okay, and views. That's what we're trying to do with this strategy. Okay. Now, all of the social media platforms, all of them, well, maybe not Snapchat. Let me not say all of them because I don't know about Snapchat, but I'll say the majority, like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, even LinkedIn. Okay. They are all seriously like on it about lighting this year. I don't know if they all are like using the same base software or what is going on, but lighting is a huge thing this year. So before you put anything out, you need to make sure that the app will consider that well lit. Okay. And that doesn't mean it has to be bright. You know, people like moody and stuff like that as well, but the lighting is a big thing and they want you to have consistent lighting. Okay. Keep that in mind with everything that we go through in this strategy. If you have like an older phone or you have a phone that doesn't have the best camera or, you know, something, or maybe you're recording on something that doesn't have the best camera, I am telling y'all this right now. Get one of those little $8 pad lights that will clip above your phone or above your tablet, and it will make everything look sharper. Okay. Also, if you have a Samsung like the S24 and the 25, the 21 does it too. When you go into your settings, you can change the exposure and that will help you get either more like moody, cinematic looking lighting, or it will help you get like very like bright. You know what I'm saying? You know, you go to some content creators pages and even though it's bunches of different colors and stuff, everything looks really bright. A lot of times that's the exposure. Okay. And something else that you can do, there's an app called InShot. I use the paid version, but the paid version isn't that much. I think I pay like, I'm grandfathered in, so I think I only pay like $4.99 or something like that. But I think you can get a year for like $20 or something. Somebody help me out. I can't remember how much it costs. I try and keep up with the current pricing. Like I said, I'm grandfathered in, so I'm on like a really, really old price plan because I've had InShot for years. But they have a filter inside of there, and it's they have a filter option, and it has like a gang of filters. So sometimes if I record something and the lighting is like off inside of it, my favorite, they have one called Skin, and then they have another one that's actually called Cinematic, and they have like 4 or 5 of them. You can put it on and adjust them, and it will fix your lighting. Okay. okay? So just keep that in mind before you're posting. If you're trying to get more reach, like you need more impressions so you can actually get the views. Some of y'all's content is really good content. It literally is just an issue with the lighting, and the software is picking it up, and it's like automatically saying, well, we don't like the lighting in this. We don't think it's good quality content, and it's moving it to the side, okay? The next thing that all of these apps like have gotten together across the board, sound quality is a thing, okay? Hey, Pen, you don't necessarily have to have a microphone, but people need to be able to hear you. It should not be muffled. They don't want like a lot of static and stuff like that going on in the background, or a lot of background noises, okay? So whatever the focus is supposed to be on, like auditory wise, they want to make sure it's very easy for people to hear, okay? So those are your big things this year, like lighting, good sound, okay? Excuse me, lighting, good sound, and then making sure that, you know, we have really, really strong hooks, because y'all know I was on your top about hooks like all last week, okay? Everybody got it? Everybody got it. Those are your biggest 3 things you need to be focused on when you're pushing out content this year. Next, oh, my ring fell off my finger. I'm having a skinny day. I know it sounds weird, but whenever I lose weight, my rings get loosey goosey. my rings get loosey goosey. So anyway, but does that make sense to everybody? Okay, petite. I'm having a petite day today. Petite day today. Side note, do y'all want me to do a video about like how I've been able to get my hands looking so good? Before we get back into the strategy, if y'all don't want a video about it, I'm not going to waste my time to make it. I've been going back and forth, but I know this is going to sound so weird, but for the past 2 weeks, I have been getting so many compliments on my hands, like random people, men and women. They're like, oh, you have pretty hands. Oh, you have really nice hands. And my hands used to look like they belonged to George Jefferson, okay? I was like, this doesn't make any sense. My hands and my face do not match, okay? Look like I was doing hard manual labor. Like I was working on the railroad all day long. You said they do look good? Thank you, girl. Yeah, I found this a little secret, and it does not cost a lot of money. And I started doing like this little regimen, and it's crazy. It has actually worked. Okay, you said yes to a hand video. Okay, I'll do it. I'll try and get it recorded and edited and up by tomorrow. But there's a specific soap from this company called Iston. I think I'm pronouncing it right. The people that make those little collagen masks I like, they make a beef tallow soap, and they have like a cream or a butter or whatever that they sent to me. And I use glycolic acid on my hands now once a week. Not too many, just once a week. You got the grandma hands. I had the grandma hands too. Okay, I had them too, but now I don't. The hands is handsing. The hands look good now. They look good. I got good looking, and I was like, clearly, I was like, I didn't realize like how many people were noticing, but yeah, like over the past couple of weeks, everybody's like, I like your hands, and sometimes people be like, I like your nails, which I'll be getting a lot of compliments on these too. But even when I had my peppermint nails on, people were like, I like your hands. Y'all want the video? Okay, I got y'all. You said one for the facial regimen again too. Got you, Black Betty Boop. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do like a skincare. So I'll do like a face one, and then I'll do a hands, and I'll put them in separate videos. And the face one we may end up doing a live stream, because it's a lot when you get into your skin. Okay, but anyway, how do we get the strategy? Oh, I'm going over the strategy right now, honey pie. We got a little distracted. That's all. I'm trying to figure out, know what content I need to get done today. So we're on the strategy right now. Lighting, sound, hooks. Before we get into the strategy, all your content has to meet those 3 requirements. And also you have to post at least 3 times a day. At least 3 times a day. I don't know if y'all been noticing, I've been getting closer to like 5 to 6 a day. Okay. When I say you have to, you have to. You have to. You have to. It's not a way around it. I know y'all don't want to hear this, but I mean, it's just the truth, okay? And y'all will notice as I've been posting more frequently, you see my page growing like really, really quickly. The algorithm is rewarding me for pushing out what they consider good quality content, okay? Does the niche matter? No, the niche does not matter, but you need these. Here are your 6 types of posts that you need for your niche if we're trying to grow our followers, if we're trying to grow our leads, and if we're trying to increase the views, okay? So there's value-based content, niche-based content, storytelling, awareness. Then you're going to do a response. A response is literally, when people drop comments, you create content around someone's response, okay? And then you have your direct sales and your indirect sales. Those are your 6 types of content. Then now you can do other content outside of that, but we're talking about content that's going to grow your money, grow your follows, and grow your views. Okay. When we get into like nurture type content or like just content for the sake of being entertainment, they don't necessarily have to fall into these 6, but these are the 6. And if you're doing 3 a day, then you're going to pick 3 of those. If you're doing 6 a day like me, you want to try and get those out. But like basically in a 48-hour window, you need to be hitting all 6 types of those, like all 6 of those types of content. And you need to be doing this consistently. Everybody says be consistent, but they don't tell you how to be consistent. I'm telling you what to be consistent in. So y'all remember, what do we need? We need good lighting. We need good sound. We need a good hook. And we need to have consistency with these 6 types of content. They should be coming. You should be producing them on a regular basis. Okay. Yeah, you got to post 3 times a day now. Can I repeat them? Yes. Value-based content, niche-based content, storytelling content, awareness content, response content, sales content. Okay. Your value-based content is typically what's going to be, this is going to fall into like educational, informational, or a conversation. Because a lot of people don't realize like just having a conversation and speaking to your audience about something that they care about, that provides community. Okay. So that is a form of value content. That's one of the reasons that yappers do so well. And people are like, I don't understand, they're just on here yapping. Let me tell y'all this, those yappers don't put out a bunch of content. Okay. I've seen some yappers post like 20 times a day. they just got a thought, it's on the camera. Thought a thought, it's on face the camera, okay? Low editing, but they got that good lighting and they got that good sound. You understand what I'm saying? You said, but what am I selling? I don't know what you do to tell you. You tell me what you're selling. It depends, okay? How do I feel like TikTok versus Meta? Ask me at the end when we get to Q&A, okay? So value-based content, niche is going to be related around whatever your offer is, okay? So a lot of times I put my value in my my niche. So I help people make money with their social media accounts. So my niche specific content is normally going to be things, and I also help a lot of small business owners and side hustlers, right? So my niche content is typically going to be around like sales, marketing, algorithm changes, updates. My niche specific content may be about like tax laws, changes, how to make money, how to save money, how to increase your revenue without having to increase your expenses, right? That's very niche specific. If you're not a small business owner or a side hustler, you probably don't care about any of that stuff that I just rolled out. You understand what I'm saying? So, thank you for not making me feel bad for having the tree up. Oh, baby, I enjoy my holiday decor. I don't care. I don't care. I see some people, they be like, it's December 27th. Take the tree down. No, I'll never be in a rush. Baby, look. My staircase is up. My whole mantle is up. Let me see if I can oh, I can't flip it around. I will flip it around and show you. My mantle is up. I have like a little tree. Y'all can't see it, but it's like a little tree on this table. It's the first tree my mama ever gave to me. My reindeers are up. My gift boxes, a full kitchen, baby, it's up. Okay. I enjoy my holiday decor. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. It's gonna be up. Okay. If I thought, my family may not be concerned about my mental health, I may leave this one up in the formal living room all year long. Okay. But I don't. Okay. Next. Okay. When you're choosing your niche, okay, whatever it is that you do, there's typically also sub niches. So you have the overall or the dominant niche, and then we're going to get into the 3 sub niches. I typically tell people to pick these 3 sub niches around things that you do at least once a week, because you need to be able to produce enough content around it. Okay. If you are struggling with producing content around something, hey, Sixpo, what's going on, my love? Hey, how you doing? Let me tell y'all this. If you're like, I don't know what to post, I'm struggling with content, the only time I really see people run into that is if they're trying to, like, if they picked a niche or they pick sub niches, but you don't really do that thing every day. You don't really do that thing at least once a week, because you ain't got to do it every day. But if you do it once a week, you can batch enough content from that one time a week you did it to be able to post about it all week long. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So when you're trying, like if you're a person in here right now, and let's say you want to make money through like the TikTok affiliate shop, you don't really have, a product, you don't have a service, you don't have an offer, you didn't invent anything, you don't, like small business owners, we all have stuff that we sell. Side note, I forgot to tell y'all, my emergency sales kit, everybody say sales in the chat. Everybody say sales in the chat. Everybody say sales in the chat. My emergency sales kit is normally $1,097. This week's deal is the emergency sales kit, and instead of it being $1,097, it's marked down to only $97. Okay, that's very affordable. Do you have $1,000 to spend? Probably not. So I put it on sale for $97. So y'all make sure y'all go look at my BIO. You'll see it right up there at the top, first purple button, and you can get it for only $97. Okay, don't say I don't love you. And if this information is helping you, you definitely want to get the emergency sales kit. Okay, now back to what we were saying. Okay, the sub niches. When you're trying to make money, if you're like, let's say you want to make money through Amazon, LTK, I don't know, you're trying to you want to do affiliate marketing, and you've decided that's how you're going to make money. Okay, well, you need to be choosing offers, which just probably needs to be a whole separate broadcast, but you need to choose offers based around your lifestyle. And what I mean by this is, if you don't live like an opulent life or like a life of luxury, chances are your audience probably doesn't live that lifestyle or fit inside of that economic group. Okay, so don't go, like, for instance, they may offer you, because I get mad offers from companies all the time, like, just because I've been doing brand deals and stuff for a long time. So for instance, I know the majority of people in my audience cannot afford a $700 moisturizer. They every month they don't have an expendable $700 to spend on one moisturizer for one face. So when I go through and I'm looking for skincare products, even though I love La Mer and I think La Mer is really, really great. I mean, they are fantastic. You see like instant results. Okay. But when I go through, if I'm bringing a skincare product that I'm going to share with you guys, I'm literally not going to work with a company that says, oh, try out our moisturizer or try out our hyaluronic acid. It does XYZ element of P, and I go and see the price tag of it. It's $600 or $700. Right? Because y'all are gonna be like, girl, stop yourself. Right? But if I find something that's maybe like $60, and some people still may say, ooh, that's a little high, but right, there are more people that have $60 to be able to spend every month or every other month on their moisturizer if it really gives them good results in their face, then there are people that have $600 or $700 to spend. You understand what I'm saying? And so one of the things I do every day is I moisturize my face, because I have very dry skin. Y'all know I'm like queen of the moisturizer. Okay, I'm gonna tell you everything. You come to me for any advice, the first thing I'm saying, did you moisturize? Okay. So if I was like, let's pretend I don't have any of my own products or services, I'm going to make my money on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube through affiliate marketing. Okay. Well, I could actually make a lot of content around moisturizing, because I moisturize every day. You understand what I'm saying? It's not going to be hard for me to put up a video every day about that, because I do it every day. So whatever it is that you're trying to sell, you need to make sure that you're utilizing it every day or at least once a week, so you can create batch content around it, right? I'm doing really, really well with all of the nail stuff, nail accessories, nail glues, press-on glues, polygel tubes, anything around nails. I'm doing great with it. I'm making a lot of money with it. Why am I making so much money? Because clearly I like nails. I wear nails every day, right? Every goddamn day of my life. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Don't leave. Talk amongst yourselves. Hey, come on. I like the things look good. I love to. Here, I'm here on the live stream. Oh. Bye. Okay, y'all. So back to what I was saying. Does this make sense when you're picking your product? Okay. Does this what business give you 100K? A couple of them. My event design and production, and I'm not talking about combined, I'm talking about individually. My consulting. And then I have another business where I do media buying for companies, and that's where I like put together people's ad campaigns, their marketing. I run the ads, I build their funnels, all that kind of stuff. So yeah. And then on the auto side, that one does probably about 250,000 a month. So yeah. So I mean, when it comes to business, baby, I'm your girl. Okay. I've been making money for a long time. For a long time. What if you are an affiliate for a digital course? What do you mean? What if you're an affiliate for a digital course? Whatever the digital course is in, you better be creating content around it every goddamn day, so you can move that course. It does not matter what you do. Let's see. I see there's an esthetician above you. She better be doing stuff about skin and about esthetician and her clients and how she's taking care of them. Okay. It does not matter. It does not matter if you have your own product or service. Do you like make money niche? Do you like make money niche? Huh? Ask me in a different way. I don't understand what you're asking me. Someone said, yes, Nasia said, yes, I've been following her for years. And yes, the coin is there. Thank you. Okay, let them know, baby. We got coins over here. We don't play. I'm a real businesswoman. I have a BA in finance. I have a master's in business. I have a doctoral. I'm a TEDx speaker. I have 2 presidential lifetime achievement awards that I received before the age of 40. Okay, I'm an impressive girl. There's a lot of media out there about me to validate like I am who I say I am and that I do what I say I do. So, but no, I'm okay. Some of y'all are just meeting me, and when y'all see me online, especially I get it from my TikTok page because my TikTok is very unserious, okay? I just post what makes me happy on TikTok, okay? So yes, on TikTok, you see a lot of like nail stuff, skin stuff. You see me cooking. I be on here yapping sometimes. TikTok is like my outlet for me. I just happen to figure out how to make money with it. I make money with everything. But like if you go to my Instagram page, you'll see I have over 1 million followers there, and on my Facebook page, and it's pretty much primarily business and politics. Okay. So a lot of my consulting, okay. A lot of my consulting, a lot of my like media, all of that comes from over there. Okay. And then I do like, I'm starting to get to the point where at least once a day, I'm putting up like some type of business or like sales and marketing growth content over here on TikTok. But I just use TikTok to just do whatever I feel like doing. So if you meet me over here, I get why you probably think I'm just like a content creator or an influencer over here. No, I'm a businesswoman who happens to be popular on the internet. Okay. I'm a businesswoman in real life. Have degree in finance, graduated cum laude, work for corporate 500, corporate 1,000 companies, have those types of people as clients now, build out their funnels. I go into boardrooms. I help people decide what their marketing plans and budgets are going to be for the year, like all of that. You said, yes, one of the first things Ash taught me, I still use to make thousands. The one you suggested, give away a necessity item from your brand and draw in the sales. Yep. Boom, boom, boom. Let them know, baby. Proud Muslim mom. Okay, let them know, baby. Okay, we've been doing it for a long time over here. So yes. So when I say take my advice and my strategy, like seriously, like take it. My ish really works. Okay. So, but does that make sense for everybody? Whatever your niche is going to be, you need to be doing it And if you do it at least once a week, you're never going to struggle with creating the value content and the niche content. Okay. When I have people and they're like, I don't know what to post, most of the time, y'all don't have a niche or a sub niche. And that's why y'all are struggling with the content when it comes to value and niche specific. Okay. So that's the thing. You have a marketing problem? Well, go to my BIO, baby, and book a session. Okay. I probably can help you with it. Like, I'm not even, hey, artist, what's going on, my love? Okay. All right. Next thing next, that this is going to be very counterintuitive. Okay. But we cannot obsess over views. To get to the views, we can't obsess over the views. Well, instead, what we need to obsess over is the watch time. Okay. So this is part 2 of the strategy. Part 1, well, technically this would be part 3. Oh my God, the bird is back. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all this and I'm gonna get back to this. Okay, so there's a cardinal, a red cardinal that comes and flies into my window. Okay, this red cardinal started coming about 3 months before my mama passed away. Okay, and the bird would come every day. And it, like, even when my mama had doctor's appointments, the bird wouldn't come. But then when my mama came back from the doctor, here the bird would come. Okay. And this bird will flap his wings on my window until I say so. I just said something to it, so it stopped and it went away. But it will flap. I don't care. Even if it's like 2 hours, it will sit there and will flap on my window until I come out and I say hi to this bird. Okay. You said, Mama, cardinals are your loved ones, but I know now, and I feel like it was one of my loved ones coming to, take my mama to the other side. Anyway, so every morning until my mama would come out and say hi to this bird, the bird would show up. Then when my mama went to the hospital, because sometimes I would come home so I could still do live streams and stuff. Nobody knew y'all didn't know what was going on with me or whatever when my mama was getting had gotten very sick and it got to the end. And the bird stopped coming. And then like 3 days before her funeral, the bird started coming back or whatever. And then it was a couple days after, and I told the bird, I was like, please go away. I was like, you're making me sad. You're making me think about my mama. And I was like, can you give me a few days? Do y'all know this bird went away for a few days and then the bird started coming back? So every day this bird shows up to my window, rain or shine, it will flap its wings until I say hi to it. And then once I acknowledge it or say hello, it goes back about it's the same red bird, y'all. This has been for months. My mama passed about a month and a half ago. So this is going on. We're getting close to the 5th month. This bird comes every day. And it will come to my window and it flaps. And then once I acknowledge it, it goes away. Crazy, right? So anyway, sorry about that, y'all. So I know I want somebody to be like, she is crazy. Well, this bird shows up every morning. It comes in the afternoon. It will come in the evening. This morning when it came, I was busy doing other stuff. I had calls and meetings, so I did not speak to the bird. Then it came back again, like just a few minutes ago. So anyway, God bless me. God bless y'all too. Yeah, it's a red cardinal. Yeah, it's a red card. It's letting me know my mama's okay. I believe that, Jacqueline. I'll take that. Yeah, but the bird shows up every day. Anyway. So Slasher said, you said somebody's trying to make sure I'm okay. Maybe it's one of my grandmas. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so part 1, sound, hooks, very, very good lighting. Okay. Part 2, your 6 types of content: value, niche, story, awareness, response, and sales. And y'all do not forget when I say response, I literally mean respond videos. Okay. So, and it doesn't have to be a video. You can respond, with like comments. You can respond, like you can answer stuff. You can do tutorials. You can, whatever. You can take the response and use it as an idea for your next series, next set of content. But responding to people through your content is going to push you very, very far in 2026. Okay. Now, we're not going to be obsessed over the views. We're still going to be obsessed over the watch time. Watch time and comments are the big metrics that the apps are looking for to determine if they're going to keep pushing your content. Okay? Blink, blink, blink. Everybody picking up what I'm putting down. Okay. You need to pay attention to the watch time. Everybody asks me, how do I get longer watch time? Because it's quite easy. There's a couple tricks you can do, and you don't have to be like a really good editor. Okay. You don't have to be a super good editor. Just remember the lighting and the audio. That's important. Okay. How do we increase the watch time? One, psychologically, people like seeing motion. They like seeing changes. Okay. So if there's some type of sound or noise that they like, or it could be the voice, and visually you're seeing someone like moving around, right? So we can change the frame or we can change the angles. That's cheat code number one. And you need to be changing these every 2 to 4 seconds to keep people interested. Hey, Alyssa, right? So like right now, we're just in a live stream chilling, right? And we're going through the strategy. But if for some reason you were watching this as a piece of content on my page, I would not just stay here straight on in the camera the whole time. Okay. We may start in this particular frame and this particular angle, and I may come in and sit down, or I may start off having a drink of water, okay, or something like that, or sipping out of my cup. Then if I wanted to keep the frame here in this angle, then maybe you'll see me drag something across the camera, like a box or a container or something. Then I may switch to an overhead angle, and you see me pulling whatever's out inside of the box out. Does it, y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Literally changing your angles is one of the easiest things you can do. This is why B-roll with voiceover content works so well, because you're constantly changing what people are seeing. Okay. Now, something else that you can do that's going to be very, very helpful, if outside of the B-roll and outside of like changing the frame or the angles or the movement, you literally can you can stay here, same, face the camera, say whatever you need to say, but you start like creating graphics, right? And so you're going to do graphics, then you go back face the camera. Then you may highlight a couple of words that I'm saying, maybe big across the screen. Then we'll go back to camera. Then we may put some little graphic on the screen or something while I'm speaking. Then we go back to camera. Long story long, you need to be changing it up in some form, fashion, or capacity to help people stay engaged with your content, especially if you're talking about something that's not necessarily the most exciting or things that are like complex to people. This is why you'll see content do so well. Y'all ever seen those videos? It'll be somebody walking and they'll say something like, if I only had $100 to start my business in 2026, this is what I do. Or they say, if I had to build up 10,000 followers in the next 30 days, this is how I do it. And they'll start off saying that, but like literally they're walking. And why does that work? Because you're seeing the scenery behind them change, especially when they're walking in a neighborhood. Okay. So we're trying to create multiple layers of sensory experiences for our user. That's what helps the watch time go up. Okay. Also, if you're really good with like voice inflections and voice changes, that helps. And if you're a person and you speak slower, like I've been told that my cadence is fast. I don't think it's fast. I don't know. I mean, like maybe you just listen to slow. I don't know. But I've been told that I speak fast. But if you're a person and you speak at a slower cadence, before you post your video, you're going to go to the settings and you're going to go to speed, and you're going to speed the video up to like, you can do like 1.10, like 1.10, 1.15, somewhere in there. Don't go to a 1.5 or a double, because then you're going to sound like a chipmunk. Okay. You want to go 1.10, 1.15, somewhere in there that sounds very natural. Okay. And it's going to take out a lot of like those spaces if you're a person that speaks I'll say slower, at a slower cadence, not necessarily slowly. Okay. Also, if you are good at you don't have to be good at editing, but you want to splice out anywhere, if you have like a lot of ums or likes or filler words and stuff like that, try and go ahead and splice those out so you have a video that takes up less time and is going to keep people more engaged. And that just goes down to psychology. Okay. Thank you so much for my 500. Thank you, Art Diggs. I appreciate that so much. Does that make sense? Everybody picking up what I'm putting down? So watch time. If you're doing the 6 cycle that we rolled out, and then you're changing up so it's interesting to people, okay? It's going to work well. Now, if we're trying to, now the next thing we have to do is we have to kind of preview or let people know what's coming so we can get them to follow us, right? It's no good if somebody watches our content and let's say they save it or they watch the content, they dropped a comment, or even better, they saved it and they shared it, but they didn't follow us, right? So we have to let people know to follow us. Do not forget that. And don't just be like, you know, some people are like, follow, like, subscribe. That's not going to cut it anymore. Okay. And so, so you say later on this week, I'm going to post part 2 of this, or later on this week or tomorrow, I'm going to show you guys how to do XYZ element of P. Make sure you follow so you don't miss it. Okay. If I start off my post and I say, make sure you save this so you can come back and use my strategy, I'm going to get more saves. Does that make sense? So we want to make sure we're embedding the call to actions so that the user sees the benefit of them taking that call to action. Does that make sense what I'm saying to everybody? How long or short should the videos be? You definitely want to be putting up at least 1 video per day that's over a minute long, and at least 1 video a day that's under 15 seconds. If your watch time is down really, really low, try the 2-1 strategy where you do 2 short videos, again, 15 seconds or less, and then your 1 long video, then back to your 2 short. And that'll help you because what's going to happen, the system is going to see that you're getting really long watch time and that you're getting repeat views. And because it sees that, it's going to start sending more people your way. You said you're going back to edit videos in this format. Yeah, the cool thing about doing them in this format too, like I'm working on a new style and trying to get my team trained to be able to produce it. So at the end of like this live stream, StreamYard introduced this new feature. I'm so jazzed about it. It works so well. So y'all know I've told y'all about Opus Clips, and it's a really good way to take your live stream content and get it divided down. It'll do it automatically for you. StreamYard basically is doing the same thing, and it doesn't cost any additional funds. So I was like, okay, I'm going to save myself $500 a month. So anyway, it will do it. And so literally my team will be able to go and get these clips now, and they'll be able to edit them in the style I want them edited. And that's going to give me additional like information and value-based content that I can put out on my platforms every day. And I'll be able to put different pieces on each platform because it's doing all of the passage selection for us. Okay. Really, really cool. Really, really, really cool. So we'll do another stream about like apps or tools that I feel like serious content creators or small business owners should be using to help take you to the next level this year. Okay. So now that we know how we're going to be able to get people to have more watch time, okay, and now we're talking about the conversion, right? As far as getting somebody to follow you, save your posts, all those sorts of types of things. Now we got to get into the hooks. Everybody say hooks. Hooks is a major part of this strategy. I told y'all this at the beginning. You literally have like somewhere in between 2 to 5 seconds to get somebody to stay engaged with you. Okay. First, we got to get somebody's attention. Then we got to get them interested in what we're saying. Okay. So your initial hook is probably going to be what gets people's attention. But people forget that there are 3 different types of hooks that you should be using. You should try, if you can do a combination of all 3, that's really, really great. And that's what you should be aiming for. But if you can't get all 3, at least do 2. Okay. There's a visual hook, there's a written hook, and there's a verbal hook. And none of your hooks should be saying the same thing at one time. Hey, Sparkly DM, what's going on, baby doll? They shouldn't be saying the same thing at one time. So literally the words that are coming out of my mouth should not be the same thing that's written on my screen as far as a hook. Okay. So let's say my video topic is going to be about how to make $100,000 a month in 2026. I would not write that on the screen and say that out of my mouth. I may decide that I'm going to verbalize how I made $100,000 a month. Okay. But written on my screen, I'm going to say something like, these 5 things help me make more money, or something like that. Or these 5 things help me increase my revenue in less than 30 days. So that's going to be the written that's on the screen, and verbally, while y'all are reading that, you're going to hear me saying, I make over $100,000 a month with my content creation business. And I never go viral. See, I got you. Because now you really intrigued because you're like, oh, snap, she ain't go viral. Right? Because are most people going viral? No. And I tell my clients all the time, it's actually better to be consistent instead of being viral and getting a bunch of followers for that. Because if whatever you did in that video, you don't do it again, baby, them people not effing with you. Now you just got vanity followers. Okay. I need to write that down before I forget it. There's a damn good hook. Okay. Where's my pen when I need it? It is. I need that was like a really good hook. Okay. So literally, if I'm like, these 5 things help me double my sales in 2025, and then I'm verbalizing to you, this is how I make over $100,000 a month with my content creation business, and I don't go viral, or this is how I make over $100,000 a month without going viral. Yeah, if you ain't been viral, you finna lock in, because a lot of people feel pressure about going viral. Okay. So now the other part people never tell you, if you're doing a longer piece of content, you need more hooks. So like literally, let's say I'm realizing this, whatever, let's say I'm going through my notes of what I want to cover on the 6 things. I realize my video is going to be like 2 minutes and 42 seconds long or something like that. I can't expect you to stay. Okay. Will the $97 course teach me this? The $97 course won't teach you hooks. My Instacorn Academy will teach you hooks. What the $97 course is going to teach you is the branding, the foundation, how to do your initial sales, and it's going to give you a strategy of how you can start making money with your social media account. But when we start getting into like really in-depth detailed stuff like this is more stuff that my students that are in my mentorship program, they get. And I have an ads boot camp coming up at the end of February, and y'all should be able to register for the ads camp tomorrow or the Friday. It honestly just depends on when we get done with the page for the ads camp for it to be up. Okay. But anyway, let me continue on. Okay. Because I don't want to lose my train of thought. Because sometimes I'll be like, whoop, okay, something's in my brain, it's out my brain. That's why this is all written down. All right. So one of the things that you're going to do is, if you know this is going to be a longer format video, you want to take like at least about every 30 seconds, you kind of want to create another hook, because we got to keep people engaged. Okay. If we're out here doing all of this, but people are they have tapped out, what does that mean? That means our watch time retention, our view time is down. And what does that mean? That means the app is not going to send us more people. Is that the planner? Yes. This is the 365 marketing guide. Yes. I told y'all I use my own stuff. I know some people just be out here throwing their name on stuff. No, I designed every piece of this. This is the process that I use and my clients use when we're trying to scale to years that are like, people that are millions of dollars. When y'all see people, they're like, oh, I went and I worked with Ashley Ann and I made $1 million in a month, or I worked with Ashley Ann and I made my first $35,000 in a month, or my first $100,000 in a month. Yeah, this is literally like how my brain works. This, and I have a program called it's called like the $1 Million Model. Yeah, like literally, it's how my brain works. Hey, Rose Goddess Queen. So anyway, but yeah, this is a 365 marketing guide. Yes, I use it. I plot, I plan, I scheme in it. Okay, this is how we get our money. this is how we get our money on. All right. So now that you know, like, okay, these are the basic foundations of increasing the watch time. Okay. Well, now the next portion of this is we have to make sure that we're giving people a call to actions. So every time you post, you should have an intent for your post. Okay. Now, some types of content will do multiple things at one time, but you don't have an intent to do multiple things at one time. We have an intent to do one thing. Okay. So if my intention is to get followers with the post, my call to action is going to revolve around how many people I can get to follow me. I may put out a post and my intent is to get leads or to make sales. So I'm going to put up my content and that call to action is going to revolve around that. Okay. I may put up another post and my intention is to get saves and comments. I'm really looking for engagement with that post. Okay. So I may start off that video, I start off with my hook and I say, save this so you can come back and reference it later. Okay. Because you're going to need to know these 5 tips. You're probably going to have to come and watch this video a few times so you can double your sales in 2026. You see what I'm saying? It's smooth. I just slid it in there and you're going to be like, oh, Art Diggs, thank you for my 2026s. Okay, y'all, we halfway to the live stream gone. But y'all picking up what I'm putting down. So your call to actions, they should be natural. Okay. It should the same way you're flowing with the information and the content, that should just be how natural your call to action is. And if you give people too many call to actions in that one type of post, nobody's going to do anything. They're going to be confused. Okay. You choose, like, what is my intent in this post? Am I doing this post because I want more followers? Then yeah, I'm going to tell people to follow me. And again, I got to give you a reason, right? If you want to make a sale by Saturday, make sure you follow me so you get live stream alerts for my next session. You see what I'm saying? You said, yeah, you made this mistake before. A lot of people do. The trauma unit. Thank you for my 2026s, boo. But does that make sense? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So, like, literally, don't be out here trying to tell people to do 10 different things in one post, okay? Now, with that being said, you're going to get some outliers. So you may tell people like, oh, follow me, so you can follow me so you can come to my next free training about XYZ LMLP. Well, I may still get some people that are in the DMs and they say, well, how can I work with you? Or how can I hire you? Right? That's going to happen. But my intent is that one particular thing. And if y'all start putting intention to your post, you're going to have stronger call to actions, and you're going to start seeing that you grow your page faster, you make more money faster, and that you get more views. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to everybody? So now if we're combining the hook, we got the visual hook, we got the verbal hook, we got the written hook. Thank you, Tammy, for my flower. That's so cute. We got all of that together. Then the content now is changing, right? Instead of you just looking at just me here in the camera being boring, talking to you like this, but now I'm activating multiple senses for you because there's stuff written on the screen. I got different graphics or videos that are happening, and it's going back to me, right? Whatever we got going on, you are engaged, you locked in. Okay, because you're like, what's going on over there? We got a little this, we got a little that, we got a little that, we got a little this. So now you're intrigued, right? I'm giving you the call to actions. I'm giving you multiple hooks throughout my video. Before you know it, you watched the whole thing and you saved it. You were like, hey, that was a good 3 minutes. Right? Blink, blink, blink. That was a good 2 minutes. That was a good 10 minutes. Because Instagram always trips out when they talk to me. Like, I'm one of the few creators that can put out these long posts on Instagram, video posts, and have high retention time and have high shares. They're trying to figure out, they're like, how is this girl putting out a 9-minute video and getting 4,000 people to share it, getting 14,000 people to share it, right? So, but that's because I'm putting the call to actions at the beginning of the post. I don't get to the end where somebody may or may not make it, okay? I'm telling you what I want from you in the beginning. Everybody got it? That's the next part of the strategy. Instead of doing our call to actions at the end, we're going to put them towards the beginning. Okay. And again, it needs to be natural. Okay. Don't at the beginning say, hey, follow me. I mean, back in the day that may have worked, but that's really not going to work now. But if you give people a reason to follow you, well, then they're going to be like, oh, okay. Okay. So literally, I may start, let's go with the same example, right, that I was giving. I say, hey, like, this is absolutely how I make over $100,000 a month with my TikTok page, and I don't have to go viral. Now, I'm going to be giving you a lot of information in the next 2 minutes. I need you to go ahead and save this video so you can come back and review it, because you're going to need to look at it multiple times so you can follow all these steps. And then also, I do free live trainings, okay? So actually, I would just leave it at that. If I was going to do the second one, I would say, and I'm going to need you to give me a follow so you can get notifications of when I do free live trainings. You see what I'm saying? You're going to pick what you want to do, and then I'm going to go ahead with the content. So I'm telling you that it's coming, but I'm still getting to the point, because I can't stand it when I watch videos and people are dragging it on and on and on and on and on and on. Don't do that. Get to the point, okay? Give the people the hook, give them an introduction, tell them, why they like it, why they're going to like it, what they're going to get from it, whatever, and then get to that point, okay? People like it. They really, really, they really, really, really do, right? So if I said, I changed this one thing, and in less than a week, I started getting double the brand opportunities and offers. And it was so simple and I could not believe it. Okay. Now y'all, I'm gonna tell you the one thing in this post, but I'm also planning on doing a live stream about it on Thursday. Make sure you give me a follow so you get the notification when I do the free training on the live stream. Okay. Now let me tell you about what I changed literally, and I doubled my opportunities for working with brands overnight. Okay. And then just to sweeten the pot, my visual, I probably would put up like maybe 2 months ago, the amount of offers I got compared to the amount of offers that that I got over the last 30 days or something like that. I may put that as a visual on the screen. You see what I'm saying? But you see how I gave you the call to action and you're willing to wait for the information because I'm not taking too long. And now I'm going to go in and tell you the 3 things that I started doing. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Does that make sense? So when we're getting to your call to actions, whatever it is, okay, try and get it out towards the beginning. Okay, try and get it out towards the beginning. Now, the one exception for this is normally if I'm selling something, I will do my sales towards like the end of the middle or towards the end. And that's only because I really want serious people that I know if you watch that whole video, you're probably really interested in whatever my offer is. So if I'm doing a video and let's say I want you to book a one-to-one session with me, I may do my video. I'll finish up. I'm gonna finish up the 5 tips, number 5, such and such and such and such, or I may get to number 4. Number 4 is doing XYZ element of P. And by the way, if you want results, like if you want the type of results I've been getting for these clients, make sure you click the link in my bio and get a session with me, okay? Or something like that. You see what I'm saying? Or make sure you send me a DM and we can get you set up with a one-to-one session. All right, y'all. Number 5 is going to be da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You see what I'm saying? So you can do it like either at the very end or you can do it kind of like next to the end on sales. That's the only one that I don't do at the beginning. But if I'm trying to get engagement, I'm trying to get views, I'm trying to get follows, those sorts of types of things, I'm trying to get people to like save it or share it, I absolutely positively knock that out like right at the beginning. Okay. So anyway, so that is the strategy for this year outside of looking at analytics and, going through my analytics to figure out like the type of content or the type of colors that people are responding more to and what I feel like are the best times that I should be posting. But these are the changes that I'll be making this year. Well, I've already started. I actually started doing this at the end of last year and I'm seeing very, very positive results. And my clients that I've shared this information with, they are getting super positive results as well. So yeah, let's get into Q&A, y'all. Let's do like 9 minutes of Q&A, and I'll probably try and come back on tomorrow, and we'll do like a full hour of Q&A because I know that I gave y'all like a lot of information. But I got a little date. Okay. How do you get more comments? You ask for them. And just don't say, hey, y'all, give me comments. You ask people a question or you give people a task, right? So if, for instance, at the end of one of my videos, I may say, if you have questions for me, or I may say, y'all drop any questions that you have for me in the comment section below, and I will try and make a video response to each one of the questions. You see what I'm saying? So like, that's how I got more comments because again, it's about what's going to add value for the end user. Okay. Just saying like, oh, comment, like, subscribe and expecting people to give you rich text content comments. That's probably not going to work. That's how you're going to get a bunch of, like emojis. If I am going to DM you like a coupon code, a lead magnet or something like that, I may say, hey, if you want my XYZ, comment the word, or drop the word blank in the comments. Okay. If I want to know your opinion on something, I may like literally while I'm doing the content, I may say, what do y'all think about this? I think this is the wildest stuff I ever seen, blah, 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 blah. Like, what y'all think? How you feel? Blah, blah. Let me know in the comments. You see what I'm saying? Like, so literally asking for the comment, if that makes sense. You have to ask for it, but don't just be like, give me a comment. It needs to be a reason why it makes sense for your user to comment. Is Instagram page marketing still worth it? Absolutely, positively. I'm gonna keep it a buck. My brand deal offers, they're always higher for Instagram than they are for TikTok. Always. Always. Okay. Yes. And Meta is steadily paying people to create content over there. And I had told y'all this before the TikTok creator program got canceled, because it's basically not paying people right now. I know y'all see a lot of creators getting on the internet and basically crying because they're like, oh my God, my RPM went down to 0.01 cent, blah, 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 blah. I always told y'all that YouTube and Facebook pay way better than TikTok. And y'all can go back. Y'all know people got the records. People keep the receipts on, baby. Go back, and I will tell you for years. And I ain't never strayed from it. I never came up off of it. I always told y'all that my money from TikTok on the creator fund was literally just like extra coins for me. Okay. Now, where TikTok outperforms Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, their affiliate program. Their affiliate program is top tier. You will make so much money as an affiliate marketer on TikTok. It is insane, because you need help with IG. Okay, so couple options. I have several one-to-ones, so you can send me a DM to work with me one-to-one, or you can come into my mentorship program, Instacoin, and we can work together for 12 months on your business in a small group setting, and I can help you get it where it needs to be. But so something that TikTok does differently that the other social media platforms are not doing, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it can be a little overwhelming. This is why I tell you to pick how you're gonna make your money on that platform. I have clients, y'all, they do not have their own products. They don't have their own services. They strictly are making money as an affiliate from TikTok Shop. And I'm not talking about a little bit of money. I'm talking about, I got clients making $50,000, $60,000 a month from TikTok Shop. I do pretty well with TikTok Shop. I feel like if there was the only thing I did, I think I probably would be able to be like an emerald creator or something like that in the program. But I'd have my own products, so I push my stuff. But even with the 1 or 2 posts a day I do through TikTok Shop, it's pretty easy to pull out an extra $10,000 to $15,000 a month through TikTok Shop. It is. And it's because once you get, hey, Lady T3, once you get a good rapport with those companies, they have programs where like basically for some of the companies that I work with, every time I make a post about their product, they automatically will put ad spend behind it. And so I'm still getting my commissions off of it. You know what I'm saying? And I was able to do that because the first few posts that I put up, they made organic sales, right? And they're like, oh, these are making organic sales. Like, let's put some ad money behind it. So literally, you don't have, that's why I tell y'all all the time, you don't have to have a product. You have to have a niche. Okay. And people, y'all, I know you're going to see people online saying stuff like, I am the niche. Baby, you are not Jackie Asamoah, okay? Jackie put in that work. Jackie had millions of followers on YouTube before she even came to TikTok. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Jackie already had couple million people over there on Instagram before she came to TikTok. Jackie is her own brand. She has her own community. So yes, Jackie is one of those people. She can post about anything and people are going to like it. You know what I'm saying? On my Instagram and my Facebook, honestly, I can post about anything and somebody's going to like it. Somebody's going to comment because I built a community over there. But when you first are getting started and you're trying to build up, no, baby, you need a niche. And even if you look at some of your favorite creators, go look at their content way, way back when they first started. Those first few years, they had a very specific niche. You have to have something to anchor in to start your foundation on. And so if you have a niche and you have your sub niches and you're going through TikTok Shop, now you can choose the products that you're going to be working with those companies and brands based on your niche, and you're going to sell more. Right. Some people, some of y'all, that's part of your problem why you're not making money. Who's that? Creole Truth and Tammy. Thank you for my 2026s, y'all. Thank you. But does that make sense? And I wish more people would be transparent about this and they would just tell y'all the truth, because I know y'all would do it. And this is why I was telling y'all earlier, part of your strategy needs to be for this year. You don't have to be everything to everybody. Just what are you genuinely interested in? What do you do every day? What do you use every day? What are you doing every week? If you're focused in on that, I promise you will never run out of content. It will be so easy for you to produce content. You will be like, oh my God, I have so many ideas. You know what I'm saying? I have a ton of ideas. That's why I have to write them down, because I'm creating content around what I really do, not what I'm pretending to do, right? Lady T3, TikTok said you've been a part of my fan club for 2 years. Lady T3, thank you. Everybody show Lady T3 some love. Oh my God. Right there. 2 years. I think I did not have somebody in my fan club for 2 years. Thank you, girl. How do you feel about using AI models to substitute for making content? I typically don't care for them. I think it depends on what type of AI model and what type of content it is. But what's really strange, a lot of the apps are really resistant at this point to AI content, and they're starting to crack down on the AI people or the AI characters. I feel like if your AI is like a mythical character, like for instance, I have a client and they do children's books, right? And so these are all characters that are made up. So you use AI to animate those characters. I feel like something like that is fine, right? But like if you're using, I don't know, an AI model to sell your clothes and stuff, most people don't like it. Most people are really resistant. They are what's that? It's a company, it's called like L'Oreal or something like that. They basically make knockoffs of other people's designs. They're somewhere overseas. I don't know. But they're not an American company, and they started using AI models. I started noticing last year they were using AI models to show some of the dresses or the outfits. And when I say the comment section was tearing them up to the point that whenever they're posting the AI models, they have to turn the comments off because people are very turned off by it. They're like, we want to see it on a real person, not on an AI bot. Okay, so you got to figure that out. But I feel like if you're using AI to create faceless content, I think that's a good idea. I think that's a good move, right? So let's say you create an AI avatar because you want to make like a storyline or you want to create a scene or something like that, then yeah, go for it. But like trying to, you know how like I can't think. There's an AI model and very, very beautiful, like super dark skin, like almost I feel like they modeled this AI model off of Anouk. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who I'm talking about, that famous supermodel. She is like stunning, like other world beauty. Okay. I feel like they made this AI model, like tried to model it after her. And and it's crazy because this page, I think the AI model has over 1 million followers now, and she's not even a real person. And you'll see people like in the comments, like, oh my God, you're so gorgeous, you're so bad, you're inspiring me to hit the gym. And I'm like, y'all, this is not a real person. So, according to Instagram and TikTok, they're supposed to be cutting down on that this year, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because there are some people that have AI models and they have pretty big platforms at this point. So I'm not really sure how that's gonna work, but I'm not opposed to using AI to create content. Like for instance, if there's maybe I want to create, maybe I need an opening shot for one of my videos of like a desk, or I need a shot of a woman typing on a computer or something, and I don't have any B-roll of me doing it, or maybe I don't want it to be me. I want it to be other people in the video because I'm switching back and forth between the images and face to camera. I feel like AI for something like that, I feel like that's a great use for it. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of gotta find the line, I guess is what I'm trying to say. My feet getting cold. I ain't got my house shoes on. Side note, this has nothing to do with anything, but I'm going to see a Chinese traditional medicine specialist. I'm so excited. So excited. I have my first appointment next week. I'm so excited. Okay. I believe in some Chinese medicine. Okay. Sure do. I perform them up and say, whoop, whoop. Look, and right now I already know they'd be like, put your shoes on. You're not supposed to have cold feet. They are. I know for a fact they're good at what they do. I used to see, when I used to fly to LA, I used to see someone in LA, and I also saw an iridologist. And when I say that iridologist was, even from looking in my eye, able to tell me how many hours a night I was sleeping. I was like, what? You love my nails? Thank you. If you go to my showcase, you'll see the nails in there. These are from Nail Vesta. And so they have like I think it's called like Top Trend Collection or whatever, but they have tons and tons and tons. But look at my showcase, you'll see, or look at one of my last posts. I have Nelvesta posted. I have them tagged in there. They're linked. But yeah. You said that, okay, this is a very Chinese year for us, Charlotte Allen, but this is a gag. A lot of the stuff that the Chinese girls are telling, I'm like, this stuff that old Black Southern grandmas be telling. It's the same thing. You said the iridologists are good. The iridologist was able to look at my eye and tell me that I had issues with L4 and L5, which was true. The iridologist had no idea I had a discectomy on L4 and L5. But from looking at my eye, he was able to tell me that. Like fantastic, okay? But yeah, a lot of that stuff that the Chinese people, I be like, this sound real Black. Because old Black grandma baby and an old Black mama, what they gonna tell you? They gonna tell you put some socks on your feet, put some shoes on your feet. You're not gonna be in the house barefoot. You have house shoes, right? And don't be outside with a baby with nothing on his head. They gonna tell you to eat something warm in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like a bunch of stuff. I be like, I'm like, I can get with this. Now they be on the juju berries and the goji berries in the morning. I take time for my cycle and it works wonderful. Like hot time, like water, hot time tea. It works really, really good. Yep, no cold food and drinks in the winter. Yep, they be on it, Charlotte. So I don't know. I ain't mad at it. Okay, I'm down. Let me go and learn Mandarin. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna come back on tomorrow. It'll be in the evening, probably around this time, because I have insight session with my Instacoin clients. So that's in the afternoon, and I don't know how long they're going to keep me in there. So it'll be definitely probably after 4:00 before I get on tomorrow. But write down your questions about social media. If you're new here, make sure you give me a follow so you get the notifications. But write down your questions about social media, conversion, marketing, followers, views, sales, all that kind of stuff. Write down your business questions, and we'll do a full hour of Q&A tomorrow, okay? And if any of this helped you, make sure you go click the link in the bio. And you're going to get the emergency sales kit. It's on sale for only $97 instead of $1,097 today. Okay. And if any of you guys are interested in working with me one-to-one, like I told everybody else, send me a DM, tell me kind of like what your goal is or what you're struggling with. And so that way we can make sure we get you connected to the right one-to-one session. All right. You said you'll be back. All right. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are on the planet Earth. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. If it's morning time or daytime where you are, have a productive and a prosperous day. If it's evening time, get yourself a good night's rest. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. Do y'all want me? Nah, I'll tell y'all later. But those of you that don't know, that are new here, this is my hoodie. Okay. This is mine and the Manifest Everything Positive. Okay, these are ours, and I only have a limited supply left because I cannot find a vendor that was able to offer the same level of quality and be able to keep the price of the hoodie the same. Okay, so we're gonna talk about that because I'm thinking about bundling them up with something, or maybe it's in the shop. You said put it in the shop. It's in the shop, and we have a bundle where you get the hoodie and you get a manifestation mug together, and these come in white and they come in black. Okay. So anyway, you want to buy one, baby, go over there and look, get you one, okay? Anyway, okay, y'all, I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow evening, though, because I got client calls and I got class in the afternoon. And so it'll be after class, and we'll do an hour of Q&A. So write down all your questions, all right? You said the embossments cost a lot, baby. They sure do. Yes, they do. And I know everybody on a budget right now, all right? So I'll see y'all a little later. Bye, everybody. Thank you for everybody that sent me a gift.